quick as hell. I forgot to go live on the other joint. But it time flies when you smoke that gas. You stealing my shit, neither, nigga. In the song went off. Check it. That's crazy. I got one viewer on this other video. So yeah, it's Smoker's Pocus going on. What up, fam? How you?
Okay, I just got it.
Yeah, but that's the YouTube. That's the YouTube joint. That's not
that was Facebook.
No, that's what I'm saying. YouTube goes to Facebook from here, and then the Facebook notification is from the other joint. It's not from what I'm doing right now. There is no one on here. There's people here. I can see people on here. Facebook's bugging, man. What's good with you, man? Talk to your boy. Yeah, hey, yo, I feel you, mama. I was so dreading them 6 days, whatever the week. I wanted it to be over. Brand new start. For the calendar year, we needed it. I needed it. I did what all I could do in them 31 days, 30 days? How many days was in December?
31.
Yeah. I did all I could in them 31 days, man. All right, let's see what's going on with Facebook. We're about to get the show started in a second. And I will never love him. Yeah, something is wrong with this Facebook Live, y'all. 31. I appreciate that. I'm ending this live. This is crazy. 9 times out of 10, I do that shit again. It's one born every minute. Check the analytics. Sweet revenge. Made up in my image. We on the same page. History repeats and most niggas is getting played. Oops. Would I be wrong if I just go live without no ads? Because now it's looking like it's supposed to look. I'ma just roll with it, man. I don't know what the hell wrong with Facebook this evening. Oh, nah, I can't play that. That's definitely a flag in the making. Alright, that's peaceful. Oh, now I got people on here. Yo, this shit is garbage, man. I'm offended. I invested time when I could have took a nap. Shit, you feel me? Hey, yo, I wanted to lay down for a little bit, man. Hey, yo, you know any singers? I'm looking for some singers for my project, man. Everybody I know done went gospel. They ain't fucking with your boy no more. That shit is funny as hell to me. That nigga's like, yo.
I swear if God gave you the talent,
exactly.
Why would you only use it for one?
But everybody who knows me that's been in that intimate setting, no, I'm not about to come out here with no bullshit. I'm like, who the hell you done been around? Because I might not want you to sing on my shit. You know what I mean? Everybody done went gospel, man. Like, and then they like, yo, what up, peoples? They like, what kind of music is you making? And I'm like, hold up, you talk to me like I'm 18. Like, I'm gonna be out here pulling my dick out and shit, and got people twerking in videos, nigga. I'm anti-twerk. I don't fuck with that shit. That is not me. I'm trying to do some movement shit. Like, you did? Y'all been complaining about all these young dudes and how this music is. I'm about to hit y'all with some grown man shit. Stuff that y'all want people to talk about. Nigga, how to get your credit score up and what age you at right now. You should at least have a house or some land or, you know what I mean? Real
Right.
stuff. They say you supposed to rap about your experience, what you going through. All right, well, I'm on my boss shit. That's what I'm rapping about. Some obtainable shit for everybody. It ain't just me. I know for a fact though. Go ahead, kill this music. We getting it cracker. K Anonymous. Look, I'm trying to control the laptop with the mouse. K Anonymous, DJ Credible in the building. Real Rap Talk Podcast. What's up, everybody?
Yeah.
What's today's date, man? What's the day of mathematics? January 4th?
Knowledge and
Nah, you don't go by the month. You just go by the day. So it'll be Culture Freedom.
okay, culture.
Yeah. Peace to the guys, nurse. Assalamu alaikum. I don't know what the universal greeting is for Christians. Do you? Do they have a universal greeting? Everybody else got one. Where you been, man? How was your holidays, y'all?
What are you talking to?
People on the peace, Paul Hall. Yo, that's an ill name, Paul Hall. Paul Wall, Paul Hall.
Speaking of, I had seen something with Paul Wall on it, and he lost a lot of weight. Remember, I was asking you. He lost a lot of weight.
Yo, I need to lose a lot of weight. You see this, man? Look, I ain't even afraid to show my and my flaws, yo.
Yeah.
This what 2020 did to me.
You was working on that long before 2020.
Nah, man, 2020 did this to me, man. Eating and having nowhere to go did this to me, man. And I'm gonna tell you what's funny though, because it got me regretting canceling my gym membership. Now, I tried to be smart. Like I already had a treadmill and an elliptical and a heavy bag. I got all the shit to work out, right? And I told myself, I said, well, you know it's gonna get cold, so you're gonna have to at least get out there and do something. Matter of fact, I even just copped something like a couple of months ago, a whole gym outside because I couldn't lift the one that I got in here, right? And man, I parked my car right by that shit. I got on it one time. I got on the elliptical one time. My knee started hurting, man. I was like, yo,
What
my
you say?
fucking knee started hurting.
Were you
like,
got on the elliptical?
hell yeah, because you know that shit let you know, yo. I'm like, shit, I'm good with the cardio, but shit, my knee don't want to act right. I can't ride this motherfucker. I got my little exercise bike out there and shit. I'm like, yo, you gonna have to do something, man. And trust me, my discipline is raggedy as hell right now, y'all. Like, that's what I lost in 2020. My discipline is fucked up. Fucked up. And I don't know. I'm still trying to find me. Like, I'm doing other things. I'm accomplishing other things. But the personal shit with that voice in my head, like, nigga, it's things you know you supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? I'm talking about that shit. My discipline is fucked up. And I said, excuse me, not trying to be cheap, but it's like, yo, I canceled my membership to the Y. I had a membership at another gym, but we not gonna get into how that went left. Cause I was man, I'll go in there like probably in a couple of hours, there won't be nobody in there. And I come up out of it like 1 o'clock in the morning, man. And I'm like, where that nigga at? I be talking shit to myself. Anybody gotta talk shit to me, I be giving myself the business, yo. Like, yo, where that nigga at? I'm over here reminiscing on the good things. Pace, Stanton Ozilla Osborne, Libby Day. I like that. That's a dope ass name, Libby Day. Sound like I'm Creole with some shit. Libby Day. Not today. Maybe tomorrow. Yesterday. Libby Day. Holiday. All right, so let's get this thing cracking, man. What the hell? Oh, I need to expand my screen. Tripping. There we go. So I hope everybody had a good New Year. Is it New Year's? New Year. I keep fucking up.
New Year.
Everybody had a good New Year. And I'm not going to get into the whole resolution thing because, you see, I'm over here procrastinating. I be talking shit about everybody else. It's hard. I want to say that. Like, and I don't know. I don't know if it's because I'm older, but my get up and go ain't the same. Like, in my mind, I ain't 18 no more. In my mind, I'm probably about 30. But my body, like, nigga, go in the kitchen and get us something to eat. He be punking me and shit. That voice in my head be like, nigga, go to McDonald's. Nigga, you know I don't like McDonald's? I want some McDonald's. Nigga, go get some McDonald's.
Yes.
Next thing you know, I'm in the drive-thru because I done got punked by myself and shit. Look what it's doing to me, man. Y'all need to save your boy because this ain't me. A nigga stay in shape. This body that I got right now, this ain't mine. This somebody else shit. And that's the lie I tell myself every day that I wake up and I look in the mirror. My clothes don't even fit no more, man. I got a wardrobe full of shit. And I'm so mad. I'm so mad at myself, man. We got beef on some real shit. And I know I ain't the only one going through this shit. I'm just finding humor in it. But, you know, I don't want to get, like, certain illnesses and shit don't run to my family. Every day I gotta have that conversation with myself. I be trying to scare myself like, nigga, you don't want diabetes. Nigga, you don't want stroke. Nigga, you don't want to have a heart attack. All that shit. All that shit. I be trying to find ways to motivate myself, man. And I'm quite sure all of this that's going on, some of y'all feel isolated. Like, you got the crib, but shit, you can only hold the fort down for so long, man. You need to get out and go somewhere and do something. You know what I mean? Even if it's just being at the park, you ain't got to get on nothing. Just being out away from the crib, that shit help, man. I started to ask myself, am I suffering from depression and don't know it? Because I ain't doing the other half of the shit that I need to be doing, and I don't know why. For real. And I ain't one of them dudes who get high, chief a little bit to relax me, and I ain't gonna blame it on no trees. But it's something going on because I ain't got that motivation. That shit is crazy as hell. I'm about to cry on camera, man, because this shit is depressing.
Well, then I guess you don't want to hear what New Year's Day actually means.
What do you mean?
The slave history?
Mm-hmm. Give it to us. What you got? Because we got to get it cracking after this.
Well, it just says that on the night, New Year's Eve, the slaves would go to church because the next day was hiring day, which is where this saying also comes from. What you're going to be doing on New Year's is what you're going to be doing all year. They would be sold on New Year's Day.
Wow. Y'all heard that?
So they would go to church the night before and pray and sing and enjoy their family or their loved ones and hope not to be sold tomorrow. And New Year's Day is hiring day. They went and sold slaves at the auction.
That's cool.
So think about that while you're making your New Year's resolution.
Another thing, too, that I thought about, maybe I'm just tired. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Like, I've been strong for so long. Maybe I'm just fucking tired. What up, Cuzzo?
Sense.
But I think about that shit too. I'm like, yo, look at the run you had, my nigga. You should be tired. You ain't Superman. And you like to eat. and you ain't giving up the food.
Yeah, but if you eat in smaller portions, and eat things that is good for you, you don't have to.
All right, so taking what you just said. So, look, I know how to lose 10 pounds in a week, easy. Here's the crazy shit. I'm probably at 255, 253, somewhere around there right now. I can remember the day when I hit 230 and I got on the scale. I was mad than a motherfucker. 20-something, 25 pounds later, here I am. I'm like, when I say mad, I was pissed at myself. Because I had a goal not to clip that. You feel me? So I'm like, yo, and the crazy shit, I used to be the skinny nigga. This is what down south life has done to me. In the city, even if I'd have had a whip, I'd have been like a nigga. It's a 6-pack up under this shit. I know it. I made that motherfucker. It's there. It's covered up. You gotta dig deep. You feel me? But yo, 230 pissed me off. I'm dead ass, yo. Like hitting 230 pissed me off. And then when I hit 240, what got me though? Because my bronchitis was acting up and shit. So the motherfuckers put me on prednisone, and prednisone make you gain weight. So I figured it would make me gain weight, but when I stopped taking it, shouldn't I lose the weight? Because technically, I don't eat a lot. Nah, man, ain't no curse. You know how your nephew is. Shit, I'll work out. I'll work out until I hurt myself and then be back on the bench for 5-6 months. And that shit too. I got tired of that happening. When I would go, I go hard. Like I don't even know how to not go hard when I do shit. So I'll work out. Bam. Next thing you know, something to happen. Now I'm back on the sideline and shit. All for naught. But when you don't eat a lot, this is what I don't understand about gaining weight. When you don't eat a lot, how in the fuck do you still gain weight? So I got to thinking, I was like, our cups are this big in the crib. It ain't these little ass 8-ounce cups no more. We got like, I want to say 32-ounce cups. You go to the convenience store, you get that big ass cup. Nigga, that's too much soda. That's too much sugar. And you probably drink that shit throughout the day. That's what's getting a nigga. Fried food, getting a nigga. I eat cereal. I eat oatmeal. I roast shit in the oven. I steam shit. But it's them, and then I done got addicted to tea. This is what down south done did to your boy, man. I done got addicted. I giving up my tea. I love that shit. Tea with lemon. I don't give a fuck if it's 4 degrees outside. That shit is delicious. Auntie, when I look in the mirror, I think about grandpa and all the brothers. And I'm like, yeah, you starting to look like them. You still handsome, but now you look like a pawpaw, nigga. I'm out here looking like somebody grandpa on some real shit. But I ain't giving up my tea. Your metabolism slows down and that shit catches up to you, man. So I'm grasping that reality. I ain't stopped eating, but I'm pondering the thoughts of, yeah, you older now. Facts. Facts. That shit is, yo, that shit do not come off. Cause even when I cut back and do what they say do, drink water, don't eat nothing white, all that shit, I don't lose no motherfucking weight. I done tried all them things. The only thing I haven't tried is the thing that I know to do to lose them 10 pounds in a week. God damn, Manny. Well, see, should I look at Manny as my marker? If he's still alive, then I should be good, right? Not to put that on Cuzzo, but still, I'm saying that nigga weighed 270, 300. I'm not trying to see 260. For real, you gonna think I'm on PCP. I'm gonna be out here beating my own ass. I ain't trying to see 260, man. And then I don't want to lift weights because I don't want that. I don't want to be that nigga with the big swole arms and shit. I don't want to do that. I want to breathe better. I want to be able to, if I get into a fight, I could go 30 minutes. I think if it affected my performance in the bedroom, then yeah, I definitely had to, like, that shit right there really pissed me off. But I ain't at that stage, so I don't even want to see that. Can you imagine? Well, it's different for women, but can you imagine being a dude and your shit don't work?
No, I could not.
I'm just saying, being a dude and your shit, nigga, you can't even make love to your lady, nigga. Ooh, damn. So, domestic violence. That's what I should have put in the title instead of saying, when is it okay for a man to hit a woman? But yeah, domestic violence. Unsweet teas, you crazy. Don't do me like that, homie.
Who said unsweet?
I can't do it.
They should be ashamed
I can't do it. I can't do the unsweet. Yo, I would get out here and walk for an hour and some change every day before I drink sugarless tea. I tried it. Matter of fact, the green tea. I love drinking green tea with honey. If I drunk that shit one time with no nothing in it just to see what it tastes like. But something I noticed though, it's salt in everything. Hell, I just found out it's salt in lemonade. It's salt in your soft drinks. I'm very conscious of my salt intake, but it's hard to not get caught up with that shit because it's salt in. It's probably salt in this motherfucking black I'm smoking. It's salt in everything. Bottled water right here. They probably got salt in this shit. Ain't no telling. But I guarantee y'all this, and this is a promise that I'm making on camera. By the 4th of July, yeah, I could do that. By the 4th of July, I'm going to lose 30 plus pounds, if not more. So don't count your boy out. I'm making this video because I'm a visual person. So as much as I'm talking to y'all, I'm setting myself up right now because I'm gonna watch this motherfucker and I'm gonna look myself in the face, and I don't like lying. So you feel me? I'm gonna be looking at this shit like, nigga, you heard what he said. Yeah. This is the only other way I could get at me. So that's when I'm talking this talk right now. But back to the domestic violence shit. I've been in situations as a youngin'. I spoke about it before on this platform where we have a temper. Not all of it in my family. Like my dad had a temper. I don't know if his pops had a temper. I'm gonna just stay with my pops, but my pops had a temper. And I noticed that being a logical thinker and being around a lot of dumb shit, bullshit, people always trying to con you and run game on you. It's like, nigga, do you not know who the fuck I am? Nigga, all this work I done put in, bruh. Like, don't let the smooth face fool you, bruh. I done been through it. These gray heads for a reason. I done been lied to. I done had motherfuckers try to kill me. All kind of shit. Like, Whatever there is to be done out there, I done that shit. You feel me? So trying to be a person that has peace is all I ask for. And I was a young dude that way. Like, I could fight. But my thing is, this ass whooping might not be for you. Feel me? Like, you deal with people. They don't understand. They don't know where you at with this shit because they see this. They don't see what's on the inside. Like, nigga, if only you knew, you shut the fuck up. Because this ass whooping that I'm saving is not for you. So then you get people who catch you in vulnerable states. And most of the time, it's somebody close to you. Oh, button pushing ass motherfucker. And what happened when you press buttons? What they say, for every action is a reaction. Mm-hmm. Shit happens. You dig? I done had motherfuckers who probably wish they wouldn't have done what they did, and then wish I would have done what I did, but it happens. You don't say, well, you a weak motherfucker if you put your hands on a woman. It's certain situations, man, like people being human. People being human. I hear people throw the term around like you gotta be a weak man to put your hands on a woman. I see dudes talk that walk away shit. It don't always work out like that, man. Like sometimes you can't walk away. How the fuck you gonna leave your shit? If there's nowhere for you to go, where the hell you walking away to? You feel me? You got a lot of elements that play its part. But getting caught up in the heat of the moment is the main reason why shit usually go down. Once you get caught up in that moment, and people say shit, people do things, buttons get pushed, and shit happens. You feel me? I'm the type of dude, though, I give you 4,000 warnings before I even hit my blackout point. You got to be on some fucked up shit. You got to, like, if verbally, you got to be doing some foul shit, trying to mind fuck me for me to even have to entertain that shit. All right? I know dudes, that's all they know. I know some women who feel like if they don't get that attention, you don't love them. I learned about that shit young, but at the same time, if you don't know, them dudes get caught up in them situations. Like I look at the situation I was in. Chick was 5 years older than me. I'm still a fucking teenager, man. But this chick was a little kook on the cuckoo side. Like out here trying to fight niggas and all kind of shit. And I'm like, yo, one, I ain't about to let no girl beat my ass. Two, why are we always fighting? You feel me? Like my vibe is totally different from this energy that's right here. But somehow I got tricked into a fight. And then I had to catch on to, like something ain't right here. Like something ain't right. And then when we separated, I understood. Because you reflect on things when you ain't around people no more. And I'm like, yo, she one of them chicks that feel like if you don't put your hands on her or something, you don't love her. And there are people out here that's toxic like that, y'all. It's sad to say, but there are some people out here that's like that. And I can relate to being playful in a relationship. What up? I can relate to being playful in a relationship, right? Your girl know how far to take shit with you, and it stops there. Y'all might get mad, don't speak to each other or whatever, and then come back and then y'all make up, fuck, whatever y'all do. However y'all get back to normalcy, right? Then there are some women and dudes, don't think I'm just picking on one side, that's all they know. Like, they come from a chaotic background. If you go over their house, you like, I see why. That don't make the shit all right. It don't make it normal, but I see why. motherfuckers is like that. It happens. You have to be careful. This is why that whole getting the background check on the people you fuck with is so important, man. For real. Like, and then you get people who family members, because they accept that shit and like to keep shit in-house, you can't cry for help. Especially when if you like, say like you a chick and it's all of they peoples and just you. You represent you, and none of them is your blood. None of them really got your back. They fucking with you while you fucking with him. That type of shit. Those situations are never good. So, speaking of that, there are a lot of people out here that just want to be loved. Think about that shit. They just want love. Not the bullshit, but just love. People just want to be loved. They want to have that thing. We're going to call it that thing. They want to have that thing. They want to wake up to somebody. They want to not have to stress and worry about all that good shit, right? There are relationships out there that's like that. But when you far away from your peoples, the nest, I've had family members of a girlfriend that I had betray me. And I looked at these people like family. They knew my situation. So what was odd about this shit, I watched the setup happening like a movie. Like I watched this shit build up to what we call the end. And I'm sitting up here like, yo, then you got motherfuckers hit me up on my phone when I broke up with the chick like, yo, she over here crying. I'm like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Like, nigga, I escaped the setup. I saw it coming. So I don't care about that. And what was sad, I cared about that girl. Had other people not had intervened in our relationship, I probably would have married that girl. But the path that she took and the path that I took, looking back now, it's like, damn, her family members see me, they see I wasn't a thug, nigga. They thought I was. They didn't understand that, nigga. I came here for a change. Yeah, I'm a little rough right now because I'm still trying to figure things out. They didn't get that. So I don't know if that's just a stigmatism that people can't change. Like, if you see me, nigga, I'm working. You see me go from coming here, not having a whip, to a year later, nigga, I got a brand new whip. I'm doing things. I'm courting your sister, nigga. I'm taking her out to dinner. I'm at the house. I'm at family functions, nigga, and I go to work. Why would you fuck with that? It ain't like, nigga, I'm out here bagging. Nigga, I'm at their crib all the time. And somehow somebody managed to fuck that up with some scandalous shit. Told me I was bagging something that, nigga, I wasn't even looking at. Came home to find a drug bust in the neighborhood tonight. I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Bringing our property value down and shit. Fuck wrong with them. That's crazy. But yeah, man, they fucked that up. But now they got to see me out in public. They see me with my kids. And I look at them in their face and it's like they really can't look at me because they know they fucked up. Because she ain't right now. She ain't felt what we had. That first high. She ain't getting that. She ain't getting that first high, man. That's a wrap. They fucked that up. But those are the people that love her that did that shit. So understand what I'm saying. It be other elements to what's wrong with people outside of people really having mental issues. You can't fix everybody. You can't help everybody. You can't save everybody. And there's a lot of us out here with good hearts. And we always end up in these bullshit situations. You feel me? And we try to tolerate shit. I get that. But when you in something toxic, I don't give a fuck how good the sex is. I'm quite sure if I shoot you in your knee and I'm rubbing the back of your neck, the back of your neck is probably going to feel better than your knee. You feel me? Ain't no need to put no band-aids on shit, man. You got to be real with yourself out here. Because I know, like it was a Jamaican. Facts. All people respecting your boundaries, mama. That's another thing. A lot of people don't respect your boundaries. And I'm like, yo, if you around my age, you ain't got shit to prove to motherfuckers, but the new motherfucker don't understand that. The new motherfucker don't understand what it took for you to be where you are, how you got there, all that shit. No matter even if you fill them in on the story, it ain't real to them because they have an ulterior motive. But that's another conversation for another day. I'm like this here. The Jamaican that stayed upstairs. Now, I ain't trying to just put this on all Jamaicans, but they always talk about how wild, how crazy the Jamaican men are, how crazy Jamaican women are, and all of that shit, right? But I saw firsthand that toxic love, because he would beat her ass. Black eye whole shit, man. He would beat her ass. And the only reason why I saw it, because when I needed a bag and I feel like going across town, I just go upstairs to the Jamaican, man. And he always want to smoke a blunt with me, talk to me, and I'm looking at his girl like, God damn. And plus, me living downstairs, I hear that shit when it go down. That Jamaican music ain't playing no more. It's all kind of sounds that ain't in the goddamn song. But I've seen it. I've seen people abuse themselves. You feel me? I've seen people literally not love themselves. And that shit has always been, I love me. I don't give a fuck who I get with. You can talk shit all day, nigga. I love me. So we ain't about to debate that shit. I expect other people to love themselves. And when I don't see that, I know it's going to be a problem. So first and foremost, damn sure, not selfishly, but understandably, I love myself. Don't get with nobody that don't love themselves, because they not going to love you. Whatever it is they feeling about you, it's not some I'm going to learn on the job shit. It already has to be in them. This is why loving themselves is very fucking important, man. You feel me? And a lot of people go for vanity. A lot of people go for status and shit like that. I mean, to each his own. But then when you stuck at the crib crying, unhappy, because something didn't go right, or the fairy tale done popped and your shit done turned back to a pumpkin, it's your motherfucking fault. Feel me? Stop picking motherfuckers that ain't good for you. That don't mean you. Like, I come from the trenches, so I've been around enemies. This shit really ain't got nothing to do with women, but I'm gonna bring it back. I've been around enemies. I'm talking about niggas who wanted to kill enemies. And I mean, to me, it don't get no more serious than that. A nigga want to kill you. You feel me? There's no running. How your heart pump, how your adrenaline, how you get ready for that. You feel me? That's real. So being in a peaceful relationship at home is very important. Now, wise OG told me, anybody that brings chaos and disrespect into your home does not belong in your house. And even before I had my own crib, I understood that shit. You don't let the wild out nigga in your crib. You don't let the nigga, you know, he just steal for no reason, because he been stealing. The nigga got suspect hands. You don't let him in your crib. But you're like a dude, and he's all of those things, and he's in your crib. And somebody is going to support that dude. That dude, you know, he just ain't beating the dude's ass. He whooping everybody's ass. That guy, somebody's supporting this nigga. Somebody's keeping this nigga afloat. Now, we do have something in the black community. It's a 50-50 toss-up where we keep shit in-house. The law don't get called, The cousins don't get called. The brothers don't get called. I don't like that because I got a lot of female cousins. And I ain't saying pick up the phone and be like, hey, this, that, sneakers, the hat, because there's too many of y'all. You feel me? But that shit, they don't tell nobody. And then you see a motherfucker on Fatal Attraction or some shit. People talking about, oh, we ain't know because she was hiding. First of all, when you family, and this is why I get on my peoples about this shit. When you family, that distant shit, that, 10, 15 years, nigga, how the fuck you forget I'm your cousin for 10, 15 years? You feel me? How the fuck you forget I was alive for 10, 15 years? I got a cousin that I love dearly. And she had a boyfriend. I ain't like that nigga from the throat any motherfucking way. But because that was her child's father, I ain't touched the nigga. Just let it go. He know I ain't like him. But it's a thin line. But because of that, he ain't get touched. Then I'll speak to her, I want to say 15, 17, somewhere around there years later, and we talking. And then she telling me, yeah, he put his hands up, and I'm like, wow, I wanted that nigga. And I let this shit slide, and you telling me this now? You feel me? You feel me? Like, nigga, I wanted this nigga, and now you telling me this shit? You ain't with this nigga no more, nigga. That's the time you should have picked up the phone like, nigga, the peace treaty is off. You can have that nigga, you feel me? Yeah. But it be shit like that. And I'm like, yo, all that time I went by. Who know this shit? They keep that shit in-house. They keep that shit in a small circle. They keep it away from the motherfuckers they know gonna do something. I understand you got people in your family that'll fuck niggas up for you. That's good. And you feel like maybe you want to keep people out of your relationship. I understand that too. But there has to be some kind of counsel, especially if both of y'all acting up. Somebody, y'all need counsel. Y'all need a referee out this motherfucker. Because it's going to be hard for y'all to solve your own problems without killing each other first. There's so many different variables to this domestic violence, man. What you got, mama? You got something for me? She laughed.
Because I told you what this does to me.
I'm quite sure it does a lot to a lot of people, but once again, we have to talk about it.
So it does not matter what a woman says. If she has not made the first move, you know how you tell your kids, you know, you don't put your hands on somebody else until they put their hands on you first, then you fuck them up.
Mm-hmm.
If a woman is not chewing at your eyebrows like that, what Tony Roberts said, she was chewing
right
that.
Yeah, right here.
If all that ain't going on, then there's no need for you to put your hands on her. That's number one. Number two, you have to protect. I ain't even gonna say, I'm saying all women may need protection, but our Black women are the most unprotected ones that there are. And so when you have that type of relationship with somebody, I mean, it's easy to try to brush it off as, oh, they like me. If a motherfucker's knocking you upside your head, they don't give a fuck about you, period. And anybody who thinks that is love is sadly fucking mistaken. They need they brain checked, for real. That's not love.
Okay, so
I wasn't done.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And if they are not a child, if they a grown ass woman, then you shouldn't know a man feel like he has to discipline his wife or his girlfriend, because who is he to discipline another grown ass person? You're not dealing with a child, you're dealing with an adult.
Can I build on what you just said, though? So let's just say a woman has never had a father or a daddy around. We call it daddy issues. Then you get into a relationship with a dude that's very daddy-like. It is where it's tricky. And I know a lot of dudes get caught up in this. If you're the disciplinarian of the household, you've been appointed, they voted you as such. You got to discipline the kids. And I don't want to say I fell victim to this shit, but I kind of felt like I did. Well, I'm guilty. How about that? I'm guilty of this. You discipline the kids, and then your mate starts doing juvenile shit like the kids. And then you can't talk to that person like a grown-up. You trying to tell me that same person deserves that same treatment? What you just said? They should get a pass. It should be excused.
Who
it's all about
the man.
Hold up, you.
No.
Okay,
Who
you have to answer
man?
my question.
No,
first.
I don't, because you're making an excuse. For yes, you are. You saying
I just asked the question. I'm not making an excuse.
Juvenile, so it's okay for you to discipline her. What about when a man acts juvenile? Like, who's supposed to discipline him?
Okay, but I'm not asking you that right now. We can talk about this after. I'm asking you, do you apply that same philosophy towards someone who is not acting grown up?
Yes, I do.
Peace, God. How? Because what you just said was
just because.
Hold. I'm telling you why I asked this shit. You just basically said a person who murdered somebody and a person that gets caught with a nickel bag should get the same charge.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you had.
No,
yes,
I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
See, now you're trying to rationalize it.
No,
don't do that.
I'm not rationalizing anything. I said an adult. You are talking about an adult. Okay, let me ask you this.
Go.
When you get old, you revert back to, like, once you hit that stage of elderly where you might get dementia. Right. It's okay for somebody to fucking beat on you because you act like a child? Because that's what you just said. That's exactly what you said. You said an adult. Nah. You said an adult. You tried. Can you stop? You said an adult that acts like a juvenile is exactly what you said.
That is not what I said.
Different.
You took the scenario that I gave you and made it to fit what your narrative is. I just asked the question.
And I'm saying it's not.
So, once again, the man, she has daddy issues, no daddy. She's seeing it happen with the kids that they are raising. And she's acting childish and not acting grown up. This is not nobody with no damn dementia. This is a perfectly capable person of understanding what the fuck is about to happen, yet you still remain childish. So my question to you, does that same philosophy you just spewed apply in that situation? I ain't saying nothing about no old folks in dementia. That's your shit. Answer my question.
No, it's not okay. It doesn't matter how you try to fit it into what fucking scenario. It's not okay.
Okay.
Because if it's your daughter, you ready to go to war.
Of course.
If it's somebody that you care about, you ready to go to war. Well, the same person that these motherfuckers is beating on is somebody else's daughter. It's somebody else's sister.
Right.
There's somebody out there that cares about that young lady.
Right.
And if you putting your hands on her because you can't handle the conversation, then maybe you don't need to be in a relationship.
So now my question is this, because you don't know why I brought that up. I just pointed out that was a mistake that I made. I don't get chastised for that.
It's good that you
Right.
can say that you have faults. That's fine. Okay. And
Okay.
like I said, if a female puts you in a situation where she gonna whoop your ass, you may have to defend yourself. That's different
We're not talking
than
about
just
that.
knocking the hell out of somebody because you don't like something they said,
But
or because you don't like something
But
they
that's
did.
not my scenario or the situation. I said I have been guilty of this. So what I'm trying to get everybody else to understand who can relate to that shit. There are people with daddy issues. Understand this. You cannot discount this shit just because you wanted to say you shouldn't put your hands on somebody. There are certain situations where people need their motherfucking ass whooped.
But who's the judge of that?
Look.
Who's the judge of that?
Okay. And I'm going to take what you're doing right now to give you a better understanding of why that shit don't fly. You might beat the nigga up around the corner because he said something, right? And then another motherfucker say the same thing and you don't even fight him. What the fuck that mean? That mean you pussy.
Probably. Why would you fight somebody else for saying something and not?
Hey, see where I'm going? See where I'm going with this?
No.
No. We're talking about two different mind states. So knowingly that the lion is a fucking lion and he does lion shit. You telling me if you climb the gate because you feel like shouldn't nobody hit nobody, or should nobody get clawed?
That's not what I said.
Let me finish. You up against the ropes. Let me finish. You telling me that at the end of the day, that lion should give a fuck about you?
We're talking about a lion, an animal.
What are we?
Okay, maybe let me.
What are we? Because everybody don't have the same intelligence level. Let's build. I'm gonna dance with this one. That's why I wanted to bring it up.
But you're saying it's okay now.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
telling you,
you're making an excuse.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm giving you. Okay, look. You might have no. Just hear me. You might have your experiences, and I've seen this. So let's just say you had both parents, and it's never happened to you, right? Ever. Then you get with somebody that you love, and then all of a sudden something happens. A person makes a mistake.
Yeah.
Let me finish. He makes a mistake. This is him knowing himself. He didn't know he was going to do that shit.
Okay, you said a mistake.
See, then you go rationalizing the shit. Stop doing that.
You said a mistake.
You're not helping the viewers or anybody that's in this situation because you trying to rationalize what I'm speaking about. What I'm trying to do to get you to understand that there are different scenarios that people get put in. Like, look. And I'm not condoning this shit.
It sounds like it.
That's because you need a bad guy in this conversation.
You asked me my opinion.
Right, but I'm giving you...
No. You asked me my opinion.
See, this shit sound personal
about the situation. It is personal. Okay, because as somebody who has experienced domestic violence, it is not okay. I don't care what happened. It's not okay.
Said it was okay
unless I come over there and knock the shit out of you.
Why somebody gotta get knocked around? Like, see,
that's what I'm saying.
Look,
it's not okay unless she puts you in a situation where you're fighting for your life.
Look. See, that version is not the reality of the people and situations I've seen that I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. You may not have been, okay, there are people who ain't never seen the hood. I'll give you a prime example. People who ain't never seen the hood. They just may get a job as a judge. You are not going to get no mercy or understanding from anybody like that if you a drug dealer.
Okay, you remember you told us, hold on, that girl who came up and just punched the shit out of you or smacked the shit out of you or whatever, deserved it. That girl who smacked you because out in public because you ain't call her, deserved it. Somebody who says, fuck you, they don't deserve that.
They don't deserve what?
Abuse.
So hold up. You telling me verbal abuse and physical abuse are not the same?
Saying fuck you is not verbal abuse.
How you know that?
Saying
how you
fuck
know
you,
fuck?
You stupid ass motherfucker, dumbass bitch. That's verbal abuse.
Okay. People have triggers. Okay.
And you can't tell this is triggering me.
But I'm not trying to. You on some other shit right now.
Listen, this is why we need more people.
Abuse is abuse. But I'm saying,
abuse is abuse.
Just listen. When people returned from Vietnam,
oh my God,
nobody will hold up. Nobody wanted to deal with the issues that they had because nobody understood what they saw or what happened where they came from. Okay? So they were left. Pay attention. I'm going somewhere. You could beat my pussy and my ass too. Pick one. You stupid. People left them to their
We don't condone that.
People left them to like, okay, that's not my son. Or that's my son, but I'm embarrassed because he's not the same son that left here, right? So it's their fault that they went to Vietnam or got drafted and seen bodies blow it up and little bit. Okay. We, as black people in this fucking country, are all prisoners of war. I don't give a fuck how good your lifestyle is. It's the same story. What I'm telling you is when we get down to the surface of things, everybody has a fucking story to tell. Your story is not going to be like my story. We can't sit here and pretend that because somebody says, you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. That's what's wrong with this fucking country as it is. Everybody's not the same. So how can you have just one law for all these people like ain't nobody gonna break this motherfucker or fuck up? There are people in jail on some one-time shit. One-time accident, set up. However the fuck you wanna create the motherfucking story, right? It's the same mentality. What I'm trying to say to you is, if I'm daddy, I'm the disciplinarian of the family, meaning when I see the things that's wrong in my children or in my house, I'm supposed to excuse this shit, but I'm supposed to fix this shit. Hell no. Like, you don't even understand what you're asking of a man in that situation. It's like you train a dog to do certain things. You want a dog to protect you. You don't want a dog to jump the fence and bite a little girl's leg off.
You're doing it again.
Doing what?
You're excusing it again.
Oh my God, this nigga keep talking about excuses. No, you're making excuses.
You said if I'm the daddy, if I'm the disciplinarian, you expect me to not say nothing. That's what you just said.
I can't even get to the fruit of this shit because you keep bringing me back to this one thing that don't really mean nothing. You say you got daughters. If anybody do something to your daughters, you gonna do this. Yeah, that's because I'm here. The scenario I gave you is somebody who ain't have no fucking father. How you don't understand that? Meaning they don't know what it's like for a man to be a man. That's why she in here acting childish. So once again, I tried to give you the lion. You threw that shit out the window. I tried to give you PTSD from trauma. You threw that shit. The same people from Vietnam, you doing the same shit right now. You pushing them to the side because you like, no, everybody has to be this way. What I'm trying to get you to understand, nigga, there ain't nobody like that. Everybody's not like that. And I guarantee, look, South Carolina, and you can look this shit up to back my facts up. South Carolina, the state of South Carolina, has the most domestic cases in the whole fucking country.
So if she got daddy issues, it's okay? That's what you're telling me?
I ain't fucking with this nigga.
Why you ain't fucking with
y'all
me?
talk to me because she tripping.
I'm tripping.
Look, abuse is abuse.
Period.
Hold up. Everyone has triggers.
Sure do.
So how you understand this, but you don't understand this? I'm saying the same thing as that. Nobody said shit was okay. I'm just trying to get you to understand if the signs and the situations that you put yourself into. So I know people who said I should have left when I said I should have left and didn't leave, and then something happened to them. Then what? Because I'm quite sure you by yourself has made plenty of mistakes the way you abused yourself. She said, I'm a woman, but I'm a striker when certain words are said. I'm not trying to balance nothing out in this conversation. Please understand
it's obvious.
I'm not even doing right and wrong. And that's
it's obvious.
But that's what you know how childish right and wrong is? Don't touch the fucking oven. Lock the door when you come in the house. Close the window when it gets dark. That shit don't make nobody say people's houses still get broken into. People still get burnt by shit. What's your point? I'm trying to get you to understand. If we on some textbook shit, because you talking about the law. Yeah, what you're saying is a law. You don't put your hand. You even gave me a perfect scenario. You tell my kids, don't put your hands on me. If they do, fuck their ass up type shit. So it's okay. This is why we need to talk about this shit. Because of the way we look at it. Hold on. Okay, so you brush my arm. I could beat your ass?
No.
Hold up. No. You said, and I quote, if you touch me first, I could fuck you up. I'm just trying to show you how childish this shit is. We can't do that. You grow to an age of knowing better. Do you understand what I'm trying to get you to understand? You get to an age where you know better. Do you understand what I'm trying to get you? Like, look, get out your feelings, man. It ain't no need for that. You get to an age of understanding where you know better. And it's just like the lion. You ain't gonna climb over this motherfucking fence and expect this lion not to do shit to you. So you telling me in a relationship, you know that your dude he that nigga. This is your protector. Hold up, because this way is about to get deep. This is your protector. You know he with all the shits. This is your guy. You gonna piss that nigga off? You gonna do something to push that nigga buttons and expect nothing not to happen? Men is not wired like that. And that's my point. If you got a dude, all he does is show and prove and protect you. Why would you antagonize this man when all he does is whoop ass? Please explain that, ma'am. Don't leave now. Please explain that. Because there are a lot of women who, and I've seen it. Yo, when I told y'all the story, I don't know if some of y'all was there, but listen at this shit. So I went to take somebody out. Didn't know they had a boyfriend. Didn't know. Didn't know signs, no nothing. Nobody ever spoke of a boyfriend. We go out. We come back. She says she has to go in the house, do something, I think check on the kids or some shit. I'm in the car. I'm in the driver's seat. It's this big nigga knocking on her door. Like the police. And I ain't really paying attention because it's your house. Like, I don't know. But anyway. The nigga comes to the car talking about open up the door. Got the window cracked. Like, who the fuck is you? What you mean open up the door? Nigga, like, who is you? Who am I talking to? This ain't no formal introduction, nigga. Like, what the fuck is you talking about? Open up the door. Who are you? He don't speak and identify himself like the police and shit. This nigga went and picked up this big ass cinder block out of somebody's yard. Came back to the car and threw that bitch through the back window. I threw the whip in drive, peeled up out of there, got to the payphone. I'm on the phone with Shorty like, yo, what the fuck? Who the fuck is this nigga tearing your shit up? You feel me? I'm like, look, my gun in my car. I'm about to pull back up. Bring your ass outside because this fuck shit right here, that nigga, if I'd have been in my car, nigga, I'd have mopped this big ass nigga. This ain't happening. But I ain't strapped. And I'm in somebody else's neighborhood. I'm not about to get out the car and climb over the gate and antagonize this lion. He already mad. This nigga got a big ass cinder block. He don't give a fuck about public safety. This nigga breaking windows. He don't give a fuck about her car. He tearing up shit. And the nigga was crying. I'm trying to figure out why is this big nigga crying. He too big to be crying. Pull back up. He ain't out there. Nigga disappeared like ghosts. I'm still waiting for I'm blowing a motherfucking horn. Other motherfuckers is coming out the goddamn house trying to figure out who the fuck blowing the horn. The nigga comes back in a different car. Drive past the car I'm in, goes down the street, gets out the car, pow, 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 pow. And I'm sitting right here over the behind the steering wheel like, you punk motherfucker. Nigga, you in a different car. You had me, my nigga. Like, why the fuck you go all the way down the street? So now I'm extra angry because I want to meet that aggression with aggression. But I'm not in my car. My burner is in my car. I'm in her car. I don't know what situation I done got myself into. Nobody's talking. I'm dealing with some angry lion. And I don't know why this nigga is angry. But the police came and the whole neighborhood is around my car. And I just so happened to see the nigga that drove this nigga back over there. And this nigga had a nerve to say to me, cuz you can get out the car. You ain't got to be scared. And out of all the commotion that was going on, I focused on this nigga like, wow. You got the balls to say that to me after you just did this fuck shit, nigga? You drove past me in the car, knowing this nigga had a burner. You probably gave this nigga the gun if he ain't already got the shit from where he was from. And you gonna say that shit in front of all these people? And I said, okay, I know what you look like now. And I know what you drive. I don't know what fuck shit y'all do down here. I'll be back. I ain't one of them niggas that ain't gonna come back, dog. But I'm not talking to the police, all of this commotion, nigga. I don't need that. I just wanted some pussy, dog. Like, all of this shit, this is extra. But now, we gonna see how this shit move after I come back. I don't see nobody. I don't see him. I don't see the other nigga. But it's fuck all y'all niggas. You feel me? I tell that story because that story could have been different. The ending, the middle, all of that shit could have been different. Had she told me from the dope she got a dude, we wouldn't have been in her car. Watch this shit. I'm just trying to show you how the story can change. We wouldn't have been in her car. I damn sure wouldn't have not had been strapped. Please. Okay? I still would have went out with it up. It is. But I'd have came back strapped, expecting to be on my toes and all of that shit, right? But I was in a vulnerable state. Did I deserve that abuse because I wanted some pussy? Did I deserve that because I wanted some pussy? That's what you telling me? I deserve that? I deserve to be lied to, manipulated, and set up, basically? I deserve that? But that's what you said.
That's not what I said.
Oh, man, this nigga gonna take it back. Tell me why. Tell me why I didn't deserve that.
No one deserves to be lied to, manipulated, and set up.
So what should have happened in that situation then? Which story do you prefer? The one where I just left and didn't really fuck with her like that no more? Well, I ain't gonna lie, I did. I stayed fucking with her though, because you ain't punking me, bitch. So it just made me smash her even more, because nigga, you crying. I'm sick. Don't look, forgive me. I'm sick like that. But it's like, yo, oh, this big nigga out here crying, and nigga, I'm definitely smashing her. Like, nigga, she about to get the other 2 inches out this motherfucker now because of what you did. She really gonna fall in love. I ain't cut from that cloth. We don't play them games. All right? And he lost his bitch behind that. But that's me. But you said, that's my fault. I deserve that.
No, I didn't.
You did. I took your analogy of what you said and applied it to this story. Because you think everything is one way. Now you're telling me it's not. Now, let me give you the flip side. Somebody that doesn't know that story, that only seen bits and pieces, is going to say, that's what you get for messing with that man girl.
Touche.
That ain't what happened.
All I said was it's not okay to put your hands on a female, period. That's all I said. It's not a fair
I
fight.
took her all the way around the world. I know y'all understand what I'm trying to say.
All I'm saying is it's not a fair fight.
Doesn't work that way though.
It doesn't matter. It's not a fair fight.
If you go somewhere with your friend, somebody you trust, you got your guard down, you're comfortable with this person, it's your friend, but they Kanika Jenkins your ass somewhere and you get jumped, you're not gonna be mad at your friend for violating you?
Yeah. My friend is probably a female, not some nigga. Okay.
Oh, now we got to do sex?
Duh. It's a fair fight if it's a woman fighting a woman. It's not a fair fight if it's a man fighting a woman. It's a fair fight if a man is fighting a man. It's not a fair fight if a man is fighting a woman. Says the person who said, if you put your hands on me, I got the right to whoop your ass. Exactly. You can't have it both ways, shorty. So this is what sit there and let you whoop their ass? Like, be for real. Look at what you're saying. Okay. The chick that smacked me, I ain't touch her. I laughed at the shit. The other chick who put her hands on me, I touched her. So what? I'm right or I'm wrong? Which one is it? Because that's what you stuck on, right and wrong. Stealing is bad. That's what you want. I'm trying to get you to understand there are situations that change that fucking rule.
You don't want to accept that because you feel like shouldn't nobody be touching you. And I'm not saying you're wrong for that. This nigga laughing. I'm dead ass. I'm not saying that. But that if it's two parts to this story, why are you stuck on the one? Because those people are the ones that usually get their ass beat in them situations, not understanding. You don't put your hands on me, motherfucker, but you want to destroy property.
So it's okay for you to put your hands on a woman and then what? She shoot you in your leg. That's fair.
If I let her get the jump on me and she shoot me, that's my fault. Because I climbed over the gate and antagonized the lion. Everybody can't be the lion in this situation is what I'm trying to get you to understand, my nigga. Like, it's real cut and dry.
We can agree to disagree on this. Like, because we ain't gonna, you have your way of viewing it,
it's
and
not
I have my way
That's
of viewing it.
Look, so, okay.
I just said it's not okay.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what. I take that back because I just said if she's fucking you up, then you have every right to defend yourself. Because there are men in abusive relationships. There's women out here that's kicking men's ass.
Okay. Okay.
And if she is abusing him, then he has every right to do whatever it is he needs to protect himself.
I said okay 5 times.
But all I'm saying is, if we having a conversation and you don't like what I say, it's not okay for you to put your hands on me because you don't like what I say. Now, if I smack you or if
Here we go again.
I'm just saying, if I do something to you, not lie, like that's, you can walk away from that.
So I'm taking your point of view since you want to stay there, and I'm asking you this. So in your analogy, it's about strong versus weak.
Right.
But that's not always the scenarios.
Sometimes.
See, now you want to rationalize. Listen,
if you're not a bodybuilder, bitch, I don't think you should be putting your hands on her. She bench press 350 and shit. Like, why would you do that?
See, now we're talking about big and small. You doing too much.
I'm doing too much.
You
asked me for my opinion, and you do this a lot. You asked me for my opinion, and then you try to discredit
I gave you a scenario, and you shut that down to do this women's right shit. And I'm trying to get you to understand that there are people in this situation that I'm speaking about, as well as admitting my own fault. So if this was supposed to be therapy for me, you fucked that up. Because everybody, whether you sold a nickel bag or you sold 500 pounds of weed, all y'all motherfuckers get life, according to you. That's what you just said.
It's not what I said.
I don't like, no. I don't like that frame of thinking from people. There has to be some kind of balance, common sense to this shit. And this is what I'm talking about. If you know that your man is a brawler, fuck it. He's a professional boxer, okay? I'm going to give you one better. He's a professional boxer. You in the audience watching this nigga beat niggas' ass, knock niggas the fuck out. You going to go home and start some shit with this nigga? Because you feel like you right. I'm just asking, since we doing big versus small, you gonna go home and start some shit with that nigga? Knowing you can't whoop his ass?
When you say starting shit,
got you.
What do you mean?
I got you.
Shit?
I got you.
What you mean? No.
Your words.
What you mean?
Triggers. Shit. This nigga is a trained boxer. The word kill makes this nigga snap. You gonna fuck around and say kill around this nigga who snaps when you say kill. That's my motherfucking point right there. You helped me. I thank you. I was trying to get you there, but you helped me. Thank you. Thank you. Same situation though. I can move forward.
No.
You're holding the audience up with your shit. They wanted to see where I'm going with this. You got me stuck here debating. I get what you're saying. I'm not even arguing your point.
Okay, go on.
That's the crazy part.
Go on.
I'm not disagreeing with you at all. And then you put words in my mouth. You said I said it was okay. No, the fuck I didn't. I'm just giving you a different scenario that I've seen. One that I have been guilty of. Meaning, I've been in that situation to where, hell, motherfucker pissed me all the way off. In that moment of me disciplining my motherfucking kids. So if you dealing with rage, because this is the funny thing. Not funny as in humor, but odd. So let's talk about rage for a second. You ain't never been angry. Is that what you telling me?
Nope.
You ain't never in your life been angry.
That's
pissed
not
off.
What I'm telling you.
What you saying? You've been
Yes,
angry
I've
before?
Been angry
okay.
Before.
How good at you were turning your anger off at the drop of a dime?
Not very good.
Exactly my motherfucking point. So being human, and I don't care to what degree, long as a nigga, like, I ain't about to sit up here and punch a girl like I hit a dude. I might smack the shit out your ass or some shit, but I ain't about to punch you like no dude. That ain't happening. You say you don't be putting your hands on nobody, period. Okay. But only one person is supposed to abide by these rules. The other person shouldn't be responsible. So motherfuckers just get off that, because I see this. This happened in civil rights. This happened with slavery. One person does something wrong, but they don't get in trouble for it. But the person that gets caught is the person that gets in trouble for it. We promoting that shit? Ma'am, I hope you don't. Anyway, we can move forward there. In that situation, I learned something about myself. One, this ain't what I want. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to have to do that. And the goal is to not put yourself in that situation ever again. It takes a certain kind of maturity because you have to learn your faults. Same thing with people who are addicted to money. And then you go broke. And then you have to learn how to budget. And I wouldn't talk about you, but you have to learn. Okay, we all have to learn from our mistakes. We all have to grow from what we did. Ray Rice beat the shit out of his wife on videotape in the elevator. They wasn't even husband and wife at the time. They got married. The NFL used that situation, made him the poster child of domestic violence, to the point that they pushed his brother out the league. Stopped his income over this one incident because you shouldn't be putting your hands on me. That shit. I'm quite sure they're co-workers. If you was on the streets and I didn't need this job, I would kick your motherfucking ass.
3 times.
Ain't been through that shit.
I go through it on a daily.
So then you understand where I'm going with this, man. There are certain situations where things are going to fucking happen. My thing is not just the aggressor, but the antagonizer is just as fucking guilty. Okay?
I get it.
And that's all my point is. So don't be out here pushing buttons. Don't climb over the gate. if you know that fucking lion is a lion and he does lion shit. Especially if people from the hood know better. I know dudes who could have just fought somebody, right? But because the antagonizer wants to fight you because you fought whoever, you don't fight him because you know this nigga could fight better than you. Does that make him a pussy? Or does that make him smart? He ain't ready yet. Which one is it? Now, them dudes, I just thought about something. Them dudes who you see put their hands on a woman, but they don't put their hands on a man. Now, those niggas, yeah, I get all of that.
I mean, how can you tell the difference?
Trust me, if you is in that situation or has ever been in that situation, or you know you do, you don't want to see that dude get fucked up. Some women make excuses for that shit. Okay? But if the dude, and you know, you get around your cousins, your brothers, your uncles, and it ain't none of that shit, he ain't the same dude, then you got a pussy. Fuck you mean? If a nigga has to switch his shit up to be around men and he only rah with women, come on, man. What the fuck you mean? How do you know? You know. You fucking know. Shit. And they out there. Or the daddy. Let a motherfucking daddy still be living and still able to whoop some ass like me. So when you bring up the situation with my daughter, yes, it's different because I'm here. If I was in a wheelchair or some shit, you ain't gonna be expecting me to whoop nobody ass in no motherfucking wheelchair. Doesn't change the fact that that's my child. Doesn't change the fact that I know about this shit. You feel me? It's no different. It's no different. But they out there. It's dudes who do that shit. They ain't tough around men. Straight pussy. I see it all the time. I don't get that shit. You be you hell. Look, as a nigga who rode up and down the East Coast by himself in some of the most dangerous hoods the East Coast have to offer. Yeah. It ain't no one way, it ain't no two way with me, my nigga. I don't know what you talking about. I'm the same nigga wherever I go. On guard, because I have to be. That's just my PTSD and my training from coming from where I come from. It ain't no switching up. Now, am I wrong for wanting to have a good time somewhere when I'm around people? No. I gotta go to the library. Be like, why the fuck you so quiet in here? I gotta wild out because that's what I do? No. I gotta go in McDonald's and shit and knock the goddamn napkins and salt off the table because the motherfucker shorted me of a pickle.
I done been there.
But I'm saying, this is what I'm talking about. It's different situations for different people. You just can't lump everybody into this. You ain't supposed to put your hands on a woman shit. That shit don't fly. And I'm just trying to get those to understand. Stop pushing buttons. Stop antagonizing nigga. You know gonna whoop your ass. If a nigga tell you he gonna whoop your ass, probably gonna get your ass whooped if you keep going. Like, come on, man. Common sense got to kick in. There has to be some level of responsibility outside of you getting a nigga locked up for dialing 911 or you calling 15 niggas to beat his ass because you got your ass whooped shit. Pick a cousin. How about that? How about you pick a fucking cousin or a brother or your daddy or whoever the fuck. Pick somebody to fight that nigga and let that be that. That sound fair to y'all? Pick somebody for that nigga to fight.
We just can't be adults and talk shit out. Like, why we can't just talk shit
out? Hey, I'm with you there. But that was not the scenario that I gave, and that was not the situation that I was in. That's how I felt. That's why I felt violated. Why can't we be adults and talk?
Why can't we?
Some people don't want to play right. Some people don't want to play fair.
But like, what you're saying is, if a woman, okay, all right. if a woman is going to antagonize the situation, I am definitely not saying that I'm still not saying that it's okay.
I ain't saying it's okay neither.
But if a woman is going to, because there are some women that will push your buttons.
Don't know how to shut the fuck up.
And yes. There are some women who will do shit to you intentionally just to get a reaction out of that you. Part. I understand that. That's all being vindictive and all that shit. I understand women do that.
I just had a vision. And I'm ashamed. I want to apologize to y'all for this vision that I just had. Oh my God. I had a vision because this is some shit that I've seen. I had a vision of this woman talking shit to Mr. Lucky. I think I've told this story before on the podcast. And she was short, thick. He's a little bit taller, but he's an older dude. And she talk shit. We trying to figure out why is she all in Mr. Lucky face, right? And Mr. Lucky kept her back right by his door, and his door was open, and they was on the porch. And as a child, I'm watching this shit, like some of the shit she's saying all out here in public, all loud. You shouldn't be saying that, right? And Mr. Lucky, old school, Mr. Lucky was like, bitch, you done gone too far. And he stuck his hand in the fucking door and produced a bat and knocked the shit out that motherfucker. And I told you, she was a G because she did not fall. You saying to me that Mr. Lucky was wrong.
Why he couldn't close the door?
She stayed in Mr. Lucky's house.
Okay. They was in the house?
On the porch.
They was on the porch. And why you ain't take his old ass in the house? See, this is what I'm saying.
We back here again, reschooling you that certain situations and triggers. This shit, look, when you pull the trigger,
in therapy, they tell you. Oh, no. In therapy, they tell you.
This nigga said therapy.
Yes.
See
what I'm talking about? In therapy, they tell you.
Therapy out the hood,
when
man.
You recognize that there is a trigger, when you see your trigger, then you need to walk away.
You think they passing out pamphlets in the hood? They come with your motherfucking junk, man? Hell no.
Narcotics Anonymous, me and drug rehabilitation. These motherfuckers will tell you.
Yo, pardon me for saying this. That's triggers. White people shit, yo.
No, it's not.
That's
it's
the fuck
the truth.
Is. Who the fuck getting therapy in the hood? Nobody. Fuck you mean? You just jumped from a reality-based situation into this imaginary bullshit that they only do for white people. First off,
you ain't even letting me.
Nah, I'm trying to help you, not dig a hole.
Me.
Trust me, I am. Ain't nobody getting no motherfucking therapy that can't afford that shit. Number one. We just talked about there was no help for the veterans when they came back from Vietnam, so people treated them differently. Right? There is no therapy for the trauma that we done faced as people. Okay? And I'm not making no excuses for black people to just wild out, but let's be fucking realistic about our fight, our plight. All right? If shit is handed down generationally, triggers. Can you give a shout out to my dad, Nick Gauze? Shout out to my man, Nick Gauze, his dad, Nick Gauze. If people have been genetically altered, just like when you get a child that has a birth defect or some shit, you don't wish that on your motherfucking child, but they come out that way. Does that mean you should not love that child? If something is wrong with your child, you can give them help, or if you know it's there. But my analogy about the word trigger, I'm going to use a gun. Some guns, you ain't got to do much but tap the trigger, pow, your ass is shot. Some guns, you got to pull that motherfucker all the way to shoot somebody. Okay? In South Carolina, the gun law is, and I thought this was a ill setup, and people with common sense should understand this law. The law goes, if you have a gun in your car, I'm going to use it, brother, it's coming. If you have a gun in your car, it's supposed to be in your glove compartment. Here's the trick. If you're outside your car and the confrontation happens, and you go to your car and open up the glove compartment and shoot or kill whoever it was that you had the problem with, your ass is going to jail. And let me tell you what South Carolina says. If you had time to go to your car and go in your glove compartment, then you had time to get in your car and pull off. That's some cold shit. You hear me? That's cold. And a lot of people don't know that's a motherfucking setup for your ass. I don't give a fuck how threatened your life was in that particular moment. If you had time to go to your fucking car to get your gun, your ass is going to jail for murder, assault, whatever the fuck it is. You going to jail. Now, flip side of that coin, and I learned this young being down here for the summer. If you on my property and I don't know you and you are trespassing, I could fucking kill you. No matter how old I am. I don't even think there's an age limit to that law. And this is the shit that don't make sense. I can't run to my car because somebody's shooting at me and I feel like I need to stop that threat. I got to try to get in my car while I'm being shot at and drive the fuck off instead of shooting back with a legal gun that I own. But if you come on my property trespassing and I don't like that shit, I can fucking kill you. Make that shit make sense. Hello? Make that shit make sense. Nah, you know, you know what?
Because it don't matter what I say, you're gonna fit it into how you want to fit it. So
this is not even about me.
The law also says you could take your wife to the courthouse and beat her on the courthouse steps on Sunday. That don't make it right.
I was talking about triggers.
That don't make it right.
I was talking about triggers.
Everybody has triggers. Okay. I get mad when I see 8 bottles of half-drunk water all over the kitchen.
Amen.
Does that mean I gotta go fuck somebody else?
You should. Especially if you bought it.
That was a bad analogy.
Yeah, it was.
What the fuck? Oh my God.
I'm looking this shit up.
What you looking up? What you looking up? If I'm watching something on my Netflix and somebody comes and watches it and goes past where I'm at, I should be mad. I should fuck somebody up.
Say that one more time.
I should fuck somebody up because they hit my car. I should fuck them up.
All right, so for those that need this, I'm going to come back to you. Here's the domestic violence hotline. 1-800-799-SAFE. Because K Anonymous feels like you need this. So I'm going to be the adult and give you some guidance in case you need it. 1-800-799-SAFE. Fort Mill, South Carolina cop fired charged with domestic violence.
Mm. You know what's crazy is, and I'm not going to say no names or nothing, but I have a friend who was previously married to a soldier and was dealing with that and tried to go through the proper channels. They ain't do nothing to save her. It's the same with the police. You know how many police officers killed their spouse?
Mm-hmm.
And how many times that they have told or feel like they can't, because if your husband or your wife is a part of the police force, they're gonna believe the officer over you. It's deeper than just the hood. I get it. We are urban, like I understand that, but it's deeper than that.
Well, these statistics are from 2017, but it says South Carolina ranking in the top 5 for the 6th year in a row.
Mm.
This is 2017. I'm quite sure, because I saw some shit that said they was leading, not just top 5. They was number 1. Here's where I'm at with that shit. What do you say to all of these people who are victims of domestic violence? If it's common. Like, even taking the scenario that you just gave, I get that.
I don't know that there's anything that you can say.
I understand that scenario all too well. A cop who has a high stress job has triggers.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's that cop that killed his first and his second wife?
I don't know, but that was an angry motherfucker.
You heard of him.
I don't know who you're talking about. Oh, you talking about dude. The Peterson? Lacey?
What's his name? Yeah. No, he was.
His name was Peterson.
No,
his name was something Peterson.
His name was something Peterson. Yes. But the Lacey Peterson was another. Her husband.
I'm not talking about her. His name is Peterson. Yeah. The dude you talking about?
He killed his first wife, and then he killed his second wife.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to talk about triggers? You're right. Police officers have triggers. That's why they shoot motherfuckers. Right.
Okay.
So who else? Soldiers. A soldier could have a trigger. Post-traumatic stress disorder.
Now you're on my side. Anybody, and this is the point that I was making. Anybody. It ain't just them. Anybody that has any kind of traumas or triggers, you have to be careful around those people. Period. Don't give a fuck how much they love you, how good they fuck you, how good of a provider he is, how good of a father he is. They're dudes who pay all the bills. But when that nigga drink, he want to beat somebody's ass, and it's probably yours. Look at all this good shit I said about this dude, but he got this one flaw. Nobody's fucking perfect, man. This world damn sure ain't perfect. It's perfectly flawed. People are perfectly flawed. Not saying it's okay. It ain't like I see somebody whooping a dude whooping a woman's ass. I'm gonna intervene. I'm not gonna sit there and watch this shit happen. Okay? I thought about this too. If my kids are present, I damn sure ain't about to let. Matter of fact, nigga, we about to fight because you disrespecting me and my family with your bullshit. Take that shit to the crib. If that's how the fuck y'all feel. Take her to the courthouse steps on Sunday. Did you say a time?
I don't think it's a time.
Okay, well, whatever. All that out in public, wilding, pulling your fucking phone out, shit. Nah, nigga. No. Have some fucking respect for yourself. I can't paint no perfect pictures for you. I'm not going to try to. You specifically said you're going to agree to disagree. That's the lane.
It happens a lot, though. It happens a lot. And it's okay. to disagree.
It is.
It's okay. You
It
can't
is.
have somebody agree
No,
with you
you
all the
can't.
time. Then
Right.
that person they shouldn't be around. I'm not gonna agree with everything you say, and you're not gonna agree with everything that I say. But if we can find some common ground, then we did good.
That part.
And the common ground is gonna be, yes, people have triggers. Yes, people deal with things every day. Life is stressful.
Differently.
Yes, life is stressful. When you add drugs and alcohol into all of that,
or pandemics and unemployment, poverty, shit.
all of that,
alcoholism, drugs,
mental illness,
right.
All of that. Once you throw all of that in the pot, it's a recipe for disaster.
And that's all I wanted you to understand.
I understand, but when are we gonna rise above our circumstances?
First of all, you're gonna have to get rid of all of that shit that you just spoke about.
But you said there's no therapy in the hood, so how do you do it?
I just told you. You have to get rid of these substances first, because they are in the way.
Okay, but if somebody's an alcoholic, just taking the alcohol could kill them. If somebody is a drug addict, just taking the drug could kill them. So how do you take it? How do you get rid of it?
This is not a quick fix, man. We're talking about years and hundreds of years, if not thousands of years.
Probably
and you want to take a person just because he's with you and control this nigga. And that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. That's not how things work in this world. He could have been, look, and I've heard this shit happen before. He could have been the perfect gentleman for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years of a motherfucking relationship. And this one day, this nigga snaps.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah.
We're going to throw all that out the window and judge this nigga for one day. Because he ain't supposed to get mad. That's that bullshit that I'm talking about. People are human.
Okay,
people make mistakes.
One day is a mistake.
One day
is a mistake.
Mm-hmm. You got part of the lesson. You ain't get it all. Because I also said people have to work on themselves. So you didn't know you had this problem until the problem manifested itself, right? Just taking that scenario. 15 years, you ain't touched a motherfucker, none of that shit. And this one day something happens to you. You talk about therapy. So therapy is people working on themselves. Mm-hmm. You just took the therapy away and shook your head. Because you lack the understanding that this person has to work on their behaviors. Mm-hmm. We all do. Mm-hmm. Even the antagonizer got to work on definitely. Stop pushing fucking buttons and causing triggers to trigger, goddammit. Okay, so that's what I am saying, Queen.
I get it.
It's a collective. It ain't just, oh, he did this, he should hang shit. We done past the dark ages, man. We supposed to be in a civilized time. You chuckle at that thought.
Yeah, we supposed to be in a
because you can laugh at that, this is why we ain't getting nowhere. Understand that. You can't ask for the shit to be right and then have that kind of reaction towards the shit. Either you're gonna keep it a buck and be about that. If that's because see, you're arguing the point like you're advocate, and I support you. I support you. I get shit on t-shirt if you want me to. I support that. But then you can't turn around and chuckle at shit, because then who's going to take you seriously? I'm actually trying to have a serious conversation. I'm speaking about my growth as an example to somebody who probably thought the same way I thought, or somebody who was in that same pressured situation. It happens. I'm not going to walk around and hold my head down. Somebody call me a fucking woman, beat a fucking. I might beat their ass. That ain't what I am. I'm not going to let one incident define me. Okay? And people, you said people who do it more than once. That's not true. That's not true. People who do it more than once. That doesn't mean that that's what they do. That just means that whatever situation that nigga was in is a fucking trigger. He needs to work on that. Some people get up. Hold up. Some people get up first thing in the morning, they want to smoke. Some people get up first thing in the morning, they want to drink. Some people get up first thing in the morning, they got to rub one out to feel good. Everybody's different. Remember that. Everybody is different. I feel like, just like you, I used to think like you. I used to think that in a perfect world, people shouldn't do this. Whatever this is. People should know better. I thought that. But I quickly learned that that's not what this is. And see, you haven't been put in that situation to even understand that. You ain't coming out the trenches, shorty. Why you trying to pretend like, nigga, you out here busting your guns? You ain't been in them trenches like that. To understand, this ain't the Daffy Duck, Popeye, Woody Woodpecker cartoon shit. This is real. Motherfuckers is really out here doing this. Motherfuckers is really out here dying. They really out in the motherfucking streets banging. All of that shit. This is real. It's not perfect. People are not perfect. People are not going to always agree with you. Life is not going to always agree with you. So then what you supposed to do? Die? Do you live? Like what is your move forward shit? Since you know that this is not a perfect world, what are you supposed to do? Thug it out? What you supposed to do? I'm asking you, what are you supposed to do? What advice do you give to people in all those situations, since you're going to fix the world for us tonight?
Now I feel like you're antagonizing me.
I don't know why. I'm not antagonizing you. That's some personal shit.
And since you're gonna fix the world tonight, how to fix the world tonight? It's not gonna happen overnight.
I know that. I told you that it ain't gonna happen overnight.
See,
you said if somebody does it more than once, that makes them what? It should be hung.
A repeat offender.
Okay. And then what? How do you fix this person?
I don't know if you can fix this person.
Some people are unrepairable. I've had relationships where he never put his hands on me, but he did with other women. I don't know what the difference was, but I tried to understand them and bring them some kind of peace when their world was chaotic. I've been in that situation. I've been in a relationship that was chaotic as hell, but I was too young to grasp what was happening to me. I get that. And that was coming from the woman. That wasn't me being abusive. I was protecting my motherfucking manhood, nigga. Nigga try to square up with me and shit. Fuck that. Ain't going out like no punk cane. All right. And I had to realize this ain't what the fuck I'm here for. This ain't what, nigga. I want to blow you back out and kiss on you and motherfucking make you come 55 million times. I don't want to do this shit. This crazy shit. Okay? But being a young boy, this motherfucker would trap me in situations where we were fighting fuck. And after a while, it's like, hold the fuck up. I'm out. This can't be what normal is. It didn't happen. Like, yeah, that shit happened quite a few times. All kind of wild and crazy shit happened in that relationship. You live and you learn. Doesn't mean I was a bad person. I was just, I don't know. I don't know. What the fuck do you call that shit? What do you call when I'm the victim, goddamn it? What do you call it? What is that called?
The victim? I don't know.
Now, I don't want to be a victim. But in this perfect world, there's the aggressor and then
What's
there's
the
the victim.
definition of a victim?
I'm asking you. I don't run around claiming
if
victim or nothing.
Somebody commits a crime or a foul against you, then you are the victim, right?
Offense, defense.
I'm not talking about playing victim. I'm talking about somebody doing something to you. You were younger than she was. She knew what she was doing.
Right.
Victim.
But there's a saying for that. I forgot what it's called. I don't know what that saying would be. But I, as the young boy, knew right and wrong and something wasn't right.
When they say older people pick younger people because they think they can control them.
I don't think she was trying to control me. I don't think that was an issue that we had. She respected me because I was mature. That's why she picked me. I was mature for my age. So it made that age difference at that time all right. This was something else. This was something that had nothing to do with what I was there for. This was already in place when I walked in the door. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever trauma that she went through, and it's funny because she had daddy issues. Matter of fact, she was in town because she got to meet her daddy, but she was already a fucking grown woman when this happened. So whatever damage to her had already happened. Peace, mama. It had already happened. You understand what I'm saying? It was already there when I met her. So aside from all of the things that I wanted and what I was there for, that shit didn't matter when it came to crunch time, man. When you have somebody that's fucked up on the inside and they hide things, then what about those people? They're trying their best to be what you expect of them and shit like that. Like there's people like that that's out here that know. Like you watch these fucking crazy ass movies and the dude like The Stepfather is one of my favorites. That nigga tried to keep it together. His Stepfather 1, 2, and 3, and the remake out this motherfucker. The Stepfather is one of my favorite movies, man. That nigga was crazy as hell. But people date him.
And married him.
And marry him, yes. Mm-hmm. This nigga out here.
Chop it up whole fucking family.
Yeah, chopping motherfuckers up and shit.
That shit.
In real life, though. It's real life stepfathers out here. They out here. You have to be careful who you bring to the crib, my nigga. That's why you need to do a background check on these niggas, man. At least you know.
Yeah, and it all goes back to actually dating somebody first and not just having sex with them. Like allowing a man to court you or you actually courting a woman. We have to go back to that. Once you lose respect in a relationship, anything goes.
I agree.
So, I don't know. I mean, I've had relationships with people that I lost respect for. I don't talk to them no more.
Yeah.
So, I would rather not talk to you than have something happen to where, who knows, we got to fight or somebody got to die.
Nobody got to die.
Right. So you just keep your distance. And if somebody don't have no respect for you, then you shouldn't be with them.
Remember what I said, man. 6 months from now, I'm losing 30 pounds. If I don't do it before then, I like to set goals like that and then exceed them. So I'm just trying to figure out if I'm gonna go back to the Y and do it, or I'm gonna do it at the crib, or I'm gonna do it at the other spot where I went to. The
I
24
think the
hour joint.
Y though, doing it at the Y, like instead of working out, swimming. Because then if you're doing the lap pool, if you're swimming and stuff, it's not really, you don't feel like you're working out.
See, I got a pool. I don't have to go to nobody else.
Yeah, but you don't swim in that pool.
I don't have to swim. If you're active, you're moving. I could be in the pool for a whole hour and a half, don't know what fucking time it is.
Yeah, but you're not swimming.
But you're burning calories because you're moving. Yeah, you've been doing resistance just because you're in the water. So, people, I'm going to give y'all some game to go along with what I'm going to do. And I'm probably going to not just show you my weight loss at the end of this shit. I'm going to show you the progression as we go and me getting on the scale. And I'm going to post little clips and shit so you can see your boy in out here bullshit. So it's little things like fucking soy milk and shit, giving niggas breast out this motherfucker, and shit that fuck with your gut out this motherfucker. Hell, my guns is good, my legs is good. It's just this upper torso shit right here. My face a little bit chubby and shit because the nigga ain't out here sweating out them toxins and shit. I'm gonna show you. Matter of fact, what's today? Monday, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do because we're doing another show on Friday. I'm going to get butt-ass naked, but you ain't going to see that. I'm going to get on the scale and get my actual butt-ass naked numbers. I'm going to do it in the morning. I'm going to film the shit, and then I'm going to show you from the transformation in the week just to let y'all know how you can do this shit. And then after I show you, then I will reveal to you how to do this shit. All right? So, DJ Incredible, K Anonymous, we gave y'all a 2-hour show this evening. I hope y'all appreciated that shit. It was supposed to have been over an hour ago, but debates happen on this show, on this platform. It's all to the good. It's all love. We fucks with y'all. Y'all fucks with us. So all the new watchers, we film. We go live on Monday at 8 o'clock, Friday at 8 o'clock. I'm working on this album, man. I'm excited about this project. My daughter was here earlier today, and I felt good that this little girl who I can remember when she was like 3, I had from like 3 to probably about 8, just fucking with the music with me in the studio. I got home videos of that shit, right? And now she's a full-grown woman with kids of her own. She was in the stool with her pops, man. And we was chopping it up and shit. I love you, baby. You feel me? You made your daddy feel good, man. So we definitely gonna put together a classic project. You dig? I posted that dude should not let me do this album without no features from y'all. I'm just saying that, and I'm talking shit. I'm saying that because, nigga, you don't want me to display my full range of talent on no one album, nigga. Y'all ain't gonna be able to do that. You ain't gonna be able to fuck with that shit. So give me a feature. Give me a feature. If you feel like you that dude, because I only want the best niggas. Don't come half-ass, because, nigga, when my pen get the right, nigga, I'm hell. I'm hell. You feel me? Holla at your boy, man. Real Rap Talk Podcast at gmail.com. You can email me there. We can chop it up, exchange information. I can send joints to you. You pick which ones you want to get on or whatever, right? The hook, whatever vision you see fit. I want this project to be dope, so I'm not going to rush it. It's going to be out in time. And as of right now, we probably going to record about 80 joints before I even put the shit out there to the public. So I'm on my Tupac shit. I already got over 500 joints niggas ain't never fucking heard unless you was on the joints. I have to go back and redo a lot of them shits because we use other people's beats on a lot of them fire-ass joints we did. So that's what I've been doing, man. I've been redoing fucking tracks, and they got to be right. That shit takes time. And like I said, if you got that fire and you local around here, fuck with your boy. You know my money good and my name good, nigga. All right. I appreciate y'all hanging out with us tonight, man. I'll see y'all on Friday, y'all. Peace.